This morning I decided to sell some more parts at Steve's pawn shop so that we can get a little bit more money back in our pocket. And then I also went to change a tire onto a rim so that we're going to have a matching set of wheels for our Mercedes Wagon. And I also came to pick up a rental trailer again so that we can get this car taken to the paint booth. Hello everybody and welcome back to my garage revivals. Alright, so today we are on our way to the paint booth to get our Mercedes Wagon painted up in its original color. So I did go ahead and book the paint booth for today, so we pretty much have the whole day to work on our car there. So yeah, it's on the trailer back there, and we're taking it nice and easy because it's quite heavy and I don't want to end up causing any damage to our truck over here or to the trailer, and also not to the Mercedes on the back of the truck. So yeah, we're just gonna take it nice and smooth. And yeah, this morning we will hopefully be able to finish the paint job on the car and be able to take it back a little bit later today. So we might have to stick around a bit for it to cure in the paint booth. So hopefully we'll be able to get it back to our shop so that we can continue work on it. But I also want to start working on the rust on our pickup truck over here. So that's also something we need to start working on. And I think, yeah, alright, so we are here. Yeah, that's probably gonna be better if we just park off to the side of here. Not gonna be in anybody's way, hopefully. Alright, so let's see if we can get this thing off the trailer again. Yeah, it should be possible if we can get it lifted up. So yeah, in terms of interior bits, I had to install the seat and the dashboard because otherwise we wouldn't have been able to start the car in order for it to move, because our ignition is built into the dashboard. So that is pretty much why that is back in place. But I think the rest of the interior bits are fine. We've taken everything out, so yeah, we are good to start painting this thing. So they already have my paint in the spray can section over there, so it's already been installed for us. So we just need to pretty much get a car lined up here and then we can start spray painting. So I will show the color code in a minute over here. So the color code we are going to paint this car in is going to be the base color, or the factory color, which is 2228D7. And we're just going to grab the spray gun over here and we are going to paint this thing and hopefully get nice coverage. I did do some sandblasting again off camera, and I ordered some trim pieces and stuff we were missing. So that is all been installed. So yeah, let's jump in and get this thing painted up. Alright, so our car has been spray painted. I think I didn't miss any spots. I did open the doors, got the jaw jambs as well, under the hood, and even inside the trunk lid. So I think everything is pretty much coated. I don't think there's anything we missed or any spots we missed. So I think this thing is going to look very nice once we start putting it back together. So I'm just going to hang the paint gun over here, and then I think we are going to wait for this thing to dry a bit and then see if we can get it back to our shop again. Alright, so I just had a bit of a wait here, got myself some water to drink, and I think the car should be fine enough to move around now so that we can get it back to our shop. It's already like 20 minutes past 3 in the afternoon, so yeah, we did give it a little bit of time to cure, so yeah, I can still smell the paint, but that's fine. Alright, so let's see if we can get this thing loaded back onto our trailer and take it back to the shop again, because I think we should be able to still install a couple of parts. It might end up being a little bit late and start getting dark, but that's also fine. We've still got a little bit of time for this episode, so yeah, let's see how far we can get actually today. Alright, and there she is, loaded up onto the trailer, and this thing is looking very good. It still needs to cure a little bit more, but I think for the time being we can start working on some of the parts we need to install, like the taillights and maybe some of the interior bits and so on. But I think it's going to be looking much better at the end of this episode. So yeah, let's jump in and see if we can get this thing back to the shop. Alrighty, and here we are back at the shop safely with our Mercedes Wagon, and it's looking much better actually. I think we should be able to get this thing off the trailer without a problem. We've got a lot of space behind us, and then we're going to pull it into the little carport over here and start putting some parts back. So I really do want to get the carpet back in and all the glass that we have. We are going to need some more glass for this vehicle. We do have some glass on this car, but I don't think it's going to be the same. As I said, these windows are a bit smaller in another video. I think it's going to be a little bit of better set of wheels for our Mercedes disc, because it's pretty much made for the car. So we're going to be slapping these on our wagon, and then yeah, we'll just see if we can find another hubcap for it. So yeah, I think that is pretty much what we're going to do. We're going to see if we can get this thing put back together, because we've got a lot of parts in here as well that needs to go onto the car. So let's quickly get this thing lifted up and taken off the trailer. Alright, so I've changed my mind a little bit. I think we're just going to park it over here and see if we can get all the parts installed, because there we are going to have a little bit of space issue if we try and pull it in here. So yeah, we're just going to work on the car over there for now. So I think first things first, let's start with the interior bits. We've got seats and we've got our center console, which we need to replace actually, but we've got all the lights, the headlights, the grille and all that, as well as the door cards and stuff like that can go in. So yeah, first things first, let's start with our back seat over here. Right, 2 bolts on that one. That is back in place. Let's see if we can slide the carpet in next. I think this should go in without any problem. Alright, there's the carpet. So let's get our center console to secure it. So I'm going to order a new driver's seat as well as the center console for this. But I think for the time being, this is just going to have to do for us. Alright, let's see if we can get this bolt zipped down. There we go. That is looking pretty good. And now for our passenger seat. So let's grab this and get that put into place. Alright, so that is coming together very nicely already. We do still need the trunk carpet and some trim for the backside of the Mercedes as well. So we'll see if we can get to that in a little bit later on in the series. So we've got our rear window over here, which we can probably pop back in. So this should go in no problem, just like that. And then we've got 2 windows at the back. So this is what we've got. We're going to slap this in. I think this is, yeah, that's the correct side. And then we'll get the other one here quickly. Alright, let's go and slap this one in place. And then I think our windscreen can also go back in. Like that, there we go. Alright, so that is all the glass we've got for this car. So that is what we're going to be putting in. So we actually still need some small windows and stuff for the car, but we'll get to that in a little bit later on. We'll order those up. But for now, I just want to see if we can get everything we have installed on the car. We'll obviously have to take some of them apart again, but that is fine. Right, so let's get all of these door cards installed. Alright, let's grab the rear ones. Alright, that is pretty much interior bits that we have for the car installed. So now I think we are good to start putting the headlights, the grille and the taillights in. So should probably open this again. Okay, and for that we are going to need our screwdriver. So let's start with the grille. And we've got 2 screws over there. Right, that is looking very good. Right, this is our headlight for the driver's side. Alright, so I did buy a rattle can of spray for this. So that is how I managed to paint this trim over here. So that is pretty much matching the color of the car. So there's our paint again. Alright, let's continue. We've got another headlight for the passenger side. And that is installed. Now let's get our blinkers, I think. There's a blinker over there. Right, so this one, for which side is this now? Is this, yeah, this is a passenger side. See, I must actually do this first. Oh, there it is. Okay, we've got it. Right, so that means I'm going to have to take off the headlight on the other side as well. Let's take this one off again. Just get that back in a second. Alright, so here's the screw over there. Right, that is looking very good. So we've got our blinker installed, which we might actually have to replace this one. It looks a little bit off, or maybe the fender is dented a little bit. Yeah, that's a little bit of a damage over there that I didn't notice. Alright, so we're going to have to see if we can patch that up maybe at some point. Just notice that now. It's a very awkward little dent to the side over there. Alright, so yeah, that's something we need to sort out as well. Nothing too serious. Alright, let's get our taillights installed as well. Alright, so these have got a screw at the back. Alright, let's get the other one over here. We still have the sedan taillight here as well. So this can probably go back on our donor vehicle once we get rid of that. I think Hugo did say he's going to take it from me. He asked me how much I want for it, and I said, well, there's not really much left of the car, so I think $1,000 should be fine. We can at least get rid of this yard ornament. And I've decided against doing a manual swap on our Mercedes, because I think the automatic is actually a little bit more luxurious. It's something you would rather like to have in a car like this. So automatic gearbox, but I don't know, I may be wrong. So that all depends, but I think we're just going to stick with what we have in the car already. So yeah, that is pretty much everything we are going to do to our Mercedes wagon for today. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to call it a day. I need to return the rental trailer in the morning. And then we can also probably start working on our shop truck in the morning, see if we can get some of this rust taken off, and yeah, maybe get a spray can of paint for this and see if we can do some touch-ups. I mean, there's not a lot to do actually. We've got to paint up this cab trim at the side over here. We've got to paint the door and this cowl panel, and then pretty much just our inner box on that side we need to take off the rust and see if we can get that painted up. So that is something we're going to do in the next morning. So I will catch up to you guys in the next morning. And yeah, I'm just going to take it nice and easy for the rest of this evening. So I'll see you in the morning. All right, it is the next morning and we are ready to tackle this day. So yeah, it is probably like, yeah, the sunniest day I've had in a long time. But I do want to come and have a look at our Mercedes Wagon again. Luckily we didn't have any rain because we don't have any windows on this thing. And I think it's looking much better already. So I actually decided that we are going to change the wheels out as well, just to get an idea of what the car is going to look like with the Mercedes wheels and hubcaps on. So I'll probably have to see if I can find another one because we are missing one of those hubcaps, but I do actually want to see what this car is going to look like with those wheels on. So that is what we're going to do this morning, and then we are going to take our trailer back and pick up some more sandbags for our sandblaster as well. So we need to get that sorted out today. So yeah, I think first things first, let me swap out all of these wheels and then we'll have a quick look at what it looks like. And then hopefully we'll get an idea of the finished project or the finished product at the end of the day. Alright, so let's grab one of our wheels. We'll take the one without a hubcap for this side. I think this tire might need some air because I didn't air this one up yet. And then we need our pry tool to take off those hubcaps. So let me just grab that for a second. Alright, we'll just stack them here for now. I think let me take all of them off. Alright, so let's grab another wheel over here. Alright, let's lower this thing down. Yeah, that is definitely the right size wheels for this car. Yeah, these were a little bit too big, but we'll keep these around for our future projects. I don't know what other cars we are going to be buying in the future. So that all depends on what opportunities is coming our way. Alright, let's grab the other two wheels here. Alright, let's put this one on. So I think probably in the next episode we are going to start working on the suspension in this car. Sorting out all the worn parts, because I think we've got a couple of worn things here. I can just tell by looking at it. And we also need to still replace our cross member. But that is what we'll do once we take the engine out of this thing. Because we are going to be servicing the engine, replacing all the worn parts on that as well. So this car is pretty much going to be factory fresh when we are done with it. Alright, so that's our last Mercedes wheel installed, and I think it just suits the car a little bit better. Alright, let's lower this thing down. Alright, so we just need to air up that front right wheel quickly. Alright, let's grab our air pump here. Alright, so we've got our wheels aired up, and I think the last thing I need to do still is just install the hubcaps, but I do want to see if I can get this fender sorted out quickly. So, which means I might have to bang it with the hammer quickly. Alright, that is looking much better already, so I think let's get some Bondo, because we still have some touch-up paint as well. So let's sort that fender out for a second here. It's gonna probably not take a lot of Bondo. Let's do a nice little touch-up here quickly. Alright, so yeah, luckily got no paint on our headlight over there. Alright, let's get this zip down. Alright, and this one. Alright, let's get our wheel back on the car. Alright, and close it up, and there we go. I think that was just bothering me a little bit, so I think that is looking much better. Alright, and let's just clean up our tools for a second. Gotta sort this out, and then we are going to grab our hubcaps. So we only have the 3, so we'll just put them one on this wheel and one on that wheel. And then, yeah, I'm gonna see if I can find a 4th one for us. Okay, so there we go. Alright, so that is our Mercedes wagon now. Pretty much as far as we're gonna get in this episode. Alright, so let's take our jack inside, because we are gonna be hitting the road here. See if we can get some bags of sand for our sandblaster, as well as some paint for this truck. Hopefully they'll be able to match the color for us today. We do need to take this trailer back, so yeah, just straighten it out a bit so we can pretty much be on our way. We're not going to bother with anything standing outside. Our car should be fine here. So yeah, we are going to hit the road and get some sandbags. And then, yeah, I guess we will see what else we can get done this episode. Alright, reversing with this trailer is a little bit difficult if you don't see where it is. But yeah, I'm going to make my way over to the shop. I'm gonna return the trailer and get some sand for our sandblaster, and then we should be able to work on our truck when we get back. Alright, so our trailer is dropped off and we are just gonna pick up some sandbags quickly, and I do want to see if I can get the color code to this truck. I think should be a little thing somewhere telling us the color code. If it's gonna be original, I've got no idea. Alright, well, yeah, let's see what the guy says inside and see if we can get some paint for this truck as well. Alright, so there we go. We've got 10 bags of sand for our sandblaster back at the home. And also, I did buy 4 spray cans of paint. Hopefully this is the color we need for our truck. So let's just give it a quick test here on this quarter panel over here. Or this part, I don't know what this part is called, but yeah, I think that is pretty good match actually. It looks pretty good, so that is pretty much what we bought this for now, is to see if we can get our truck at least one color and also get rid of the rust that we have. So I also noticed we've got some rust over here as I was loading these bags of sand. So yeah, that's also something we're gonna have to try and figure out if we can get it all sandblasted off today. In terms of rust, we've got some rust over here, we've got some rust over there. So yeah, that is pretty much it. It doesn't look too bad. So yeah, let's get back to our shop and see if we can get this sorted out quickly. Alright, so here we are with our shop truck back at the house, or the cabin, or the shop. I don't really know what to call this place. It's not really a shop yet, but it's also not really a house. It's just like a little wooden cabin at the back of the gas station here. Alright, but yes, we are pretty much going to do some sandblasting now. And I'm not going to be bothered about taking trim off and stuff like that. So it's just going to be a matter of, yeah, diving in and getting this thing de-rusted a little bit, and then we're just gonna pretty much touch up the paint. So I hope we're gonna have enough paint. Got no idea if this is gonna be enough, so just want to take everything out so that we've got no obstructions in the bed. All right, so those are a little bit far to reach from there. All right, let's just pop them on the ground over here. So obviously I will sort this out. If we don't use all of this, I will tidy up the shop or the floor or the yard or whatever they would like to call it. All right, so there's our spare tire, which I also painted in black. So that is also a little bit, yeah, better for the shop truck now. So got rid of the rust. All right, but let's get these paint cans taken out, and then we can continue our work on the rust over here. Okay, so there we go. Let's see if this is going to do the trick. Alright, it's a little bit tricky getting to that rust over there, so we might have to approach it from the inside of our bed here. So let me just hop up here. Alright, let's see. Yeah, we're gonna have to maybe cut some of these panels off by the looks of it. Alright, well, while we are gonna not struggle with that, let's get rid of the rust we can get to. And then we're gonna start cutting that panel off. Alright, I think that should do the trick over there. Alright. Okay, so this doesn't look like it's going to be so easy. We need to get our angle grinder and start cutting some parts off there. So I've got no idea how deep we need to go get things cut off over here, but yeah, let's just start pretty much where we need to start. So let's try with the one that's got a little bit less rust. See if we can get to that. Right, so there goes the whole side of the bed. So yeah, there we go. Am I going to be able to cut this thing apart? Yeah, we should be able to. Alright, there we go. That's the part we need to work on. So this is actually plain straightforward. Didn't think it was going to be very difficult, but yeah, I never did it before, so that is just why I'm wondering. There we go. I think we've got the sweet spot for taking this rust off. Alright, we don't want to go crazy with the sandblasting because we only have got 4 cans of paint for this. So yeah, we're just going to pretty much do a touch up here. Which is also going to be a little bit difficult to get to all these spots by the looks of it. Alright, so we're just going to put that down over there. And let's paint up this part over here. Yeah, this is a... Yeah, it's making a little bit of splotches over here and there, so... We might have to get this thing painted professionally at some point. Once we can afford it, but I think for the time being, this is just going to be it. It almost looks as if this is a little bit of a different color. So I think maybe the guy didn't get the mixing perfectly, but I don't know, maybe it's just the way that the paint falls on the panel. But yeah, that is what it is. Alright, let's cut this other panel off quickly. Right, there it goes. And now we almost have a flat bed over here. Alright, let's cut this part off again. Here we go. Alright, we'll just set it down over there. Alright, sandblast this rust off. And we are out of sand, so let me get another bag in there. I think I may have bought too many bags of sand, but luckily these things never go to waste. Always use it. Alright. What is happening over there? That rust doesn't want to come off just yet. Yeah, we are just trying to make it at least a little bit better. Alright, let's get some more rust taken off here. Alright. Let's try not make this thing move across the floor so much. Alright, but yeah, that looks kind of rust-free. Okay, and how are we doing for rust on this part? Is that fine? Yeah, I don't see any rust on here. We just need to touch up the paint a little bit. I think over there, over there. Yeah, that is yeah, that's as good as it's gonna get for now, I think. Alright, so now I wonder if I can get this put back in place, or maybe we should just do some more derusting on the bed itself for a second. Let's just bring this closer. Alright, so we do have a little bit of rust over here. Yeah, that isn't too bad. Hopefully we're going to reach from here. And there we go. Alright. And we are out of sand again, so I think that is pretty much, yeah, all the rust by the looks of it. I haven't really checked to see if there's any more rust apart from the inner fender rusting away or rotting away over there. But yeah, I think that should pretty much do the trick. We're just gonna touch up all the parts we just sandblasted now. We missed a little bit over there. Okay, so that part is painted. Alright, let's start with this one. Yeah, I think we might actually have some dust on this as well. Or some dirt, but that's fine. It's a work truck, it doesn't have to be perfect. Alright, let's just set that down again. That is empty. Alright, let's paint this part. Some more over here we missed. Alright, I must say it's not easy getting into all of these nooks and crannies of these panels. But I think we've got a bulk of it. Alright, so let's just double check this one again. Yeah, that is looking pretty good. Let's just move it into the sun a bit. Alright, I think now I'm just going to see if we can get this panel painted up a bit. And this paint can is empty. Alright, let's see if we're gonna have enough paint here even for this. I hope we're gonna make it. Okay, let's just get around this side. Alright, over here. I'm starting to think we're not going to have enough paint. Let's just see how far we can take it. As long as it looks better than it is, or than it was. That is what I'm going for over here. Alright, and that paint can is empty as well. Oh, there's the other one all the way over there. Alright. Hopefully we can just finish most of this door with it. Try and make it look a little bit better. Alright, let's see on the inside. Oh, we obviously missed some over here, but yeah, we are pretty much out of paint, so that is pretty much what we are able to do with what we have. So yeah, I think now it's just time to put this thing back together again. If we can find our welding machine. It's behind the door. Let's just grab it over here. Okay, perfect. Let's see if we can get this truck put back together. Right, I don't know if this is gonna go on just yet. We need to probably mount the inner panel to that part. Or does this go on first? Okay. Alright, building a little bit of a puzzle over here. Alright, let's see. Over there. And over there. Right, now let's put the outer skin back on. And we can't reach this last weld. There should be a weld over here. Okay, we've got it. Right, superb. Now we just need this part. Let's get this slapped onto the truck for now. And weld that into place. Right, now that is a very shoddy paint job, but at least it looks a bit better. Alright, and let me grab this panel. So our last outer panel. Weld that into place. We're not going to reach there. Alright, there we go. Alright, great stuff. And we didn't remove our battery, but I'm sure everything is fine. There's not a lot of electronics on this truck anyway. So that is pretty decent. Alright, so but I think that is pretty much a wrap for this episode. So thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate every view, every like. And also remember to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. I will appreciate it very much. But yeah, until the next time, cheerio.